Welcome back to 6 News at 6. It is time to take a look at your weather, and we're starting off with what are really some incredible numbers out there on this Saturday evening. The only thing I can think of, and I've mentioned this to a couple of people, is this is a little bit reminiscent of Hurricane Harvey back in 2017, where it just kind of sat over the Houston area for several days and dropped multiple inches of rain. And that's kind of what this feels like in terms of when you start looking at some of these numbers. So we do still have some serious issues with some of our rivers across central Texas, talking primarily about the Colorado River there near San Saba, still at 39 feet. Remember, all these numbers, these rivers usually sit around 4 or 5 feet. So when you start seeing 39 feet, yes, you know that is an issue. And yes, it is still in major flood stage at this hour. The San Saba River, and remember the San Saba, and I mentioned this last night, flows into the Colorado. So whatever issues the San Saba is having, it will then provide them to the Colorado River. So again, still seeing all these issues out there. That's moderate flood stage. The San Gabriel River, that's the South Fork down around Georgetown, 13 feet right now, still in moderate flood stage. And then the areas that we saw, of course, in all the major devastation down to our south, the Guadalupe and the Lampasas rivers, those have come down quite a bit, 7 feet. So the Guadalupe is now back to normal flow there. In the Lampasas near Kempner, that is back to normal flow as well. So things starting to recede. In fact, all of these rivers are receding. They're just, again, a couple of them still very high out there. And we look at the numbers here. These are from just the last 24 hours. This is not the last 3 days. Near Bertram there in Burnett County, almost 19 inches of rain. The Balcones Wildlife Refuge there in Travis County, almost 16 inches. Burnett over 12. Liberty Hill almost 11. And then near Leander there. So again, we're talking primarily Williamson and Travis counties here. 9+ inches in all of these areas just in the last 24 hours. Here in our parts of central Texas, Gatesville about 3 inches. Kempner a little bit better than 2 2/3. Fort Hood about 1.5 inches. Same there in Salado, and then Cameron almost an inch of rain over the last 24 hours. So very large totals, but again, for us here in central Texas, it hasn't really compared to what they've been seeing in Williamson County, Travis County, Burnett counties, those areas down in the hill country. And because of all that, think about this, right? So a lot of the rain is kind of coming to an end right now. We're not seeing huge rainfall totals out there right now. However, because of all the runoff from the rains we've already seen, we're keeping this flood watch in effect basically through Sunday for everybody east of the Colorado River, and then west of the Colorado River. That's still in effect until 7 o'clock. So again, most of central Texas is still under this flood watch at this hour, and will stay that way through tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Again, we still have lots of problem areas, and it's going to be a couple of days before all this dust really start to come down. So keep that in mind. As far as where the rain is falling right now, is exactly where you would not want to see it. It is over those same areas that we just talked about, the Colorado River, the San Saba River. In fact, flash flood warnings in effect for Hamilton County until 6:30. Flash flood warning in effect for Mills County. That's until 8:30. And then further off to the south, we still have those flash flood warnings in effect for parts of Burnett County. That in effect until 7 o'clock. So still keeping an eye on this. And again, you wouldn't want to see this, but all this is tracking back down to the south, right along the Colorado River. So there for Burnett County, more rain, unfortunately, is incoming. That being said, again, we are not seeing what we've been seeing the last few days. It has started to come down just a little bit and will continue to do so, but we do still have a rain chance in effect through tonight, and then into tomorrow morning as well, and then into tomorrow afternoon. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this because we do still have rain chances for tomorrow morning primarily, and a little bit into the afternoon as well. The rain totals for tomorrow should not be nearly what we've been seeing, but again, it's not necessarily what's to come. It's what's already fallen that's going to cause us the problems. For tonight, back into the lower and middle 70s. For tomorrow, still in the 80s because of the cloud cover and the rainfall. And as we go through the 7-day forecast, again, 80s for tomorrow. But once we bring those rain chances to an end, we're going to start to see things warm up very quickly back into the middle 90s by the beginning of the week, and then by the end of the week we're right around 100 degrees again, a little bit more typical for July. Remember to keep up with everything. In fact, if we have weather like we've seen today, we'll have a live stream going for you. It's on 6 Plus. You can download it for free on your smart TV.